Hey guys, I'm IzDaisho and I'm back, and I'm going through the countdown to see if the last person will submit their deck. I counted 7 different people have submitted so far. They've got about 8 seconds if they want to. For those of you who don't know what happens, if you don't submit a deck list, Magic Online just puts all of the cards that you drafted, and I don't see anyone submitting their deck list. He did though. Yeah, I would like to play first. It puts all of the cards that you drafted into a pool, and you have to play that. So I think I'm going to keep this hand. I've got both my colors. I am running 18 lands for a reason, and if I hit my Nimbus Naiad on 3, that's fine. I can just play it out, and I'll be happy. I also have Voyaging Satyrs as good draws here. I also have Curse of the Swine in case things get ridiculous later. Thoughtseize, sure. I mean, I have some redundancy in hand with the double Naiad. It's pretty good for him to see that I have Savage Surge. He gets value out of that. Even seeing that I have Curse of the Swine is pretty good for him. But that being said, my hand is still pretty good. It's not like if he had stripped a Voyaging Satyr out of it, that would be really sad. Because that would basically turn this hand from an average to bad one into a very good one. But Savage Surge, the fact that number 1, it's a pump spell, number 2, it has that surprise element, makes it, yeah, I figured he would just discard one. It makes it one of the, or that's what makes it a good card. But unfortunately, we need to draw land here. He's got a Vaporkin. Thank you. Thank you, deck. I appreciate it. Okay, so, if we don't have a play next turn, we can just attack, and if he attacks into us, then we can assume he's got a Combat Trick or Farika's Cure or something. Blood Toll Harpy, sure. But yeah, I mean, like, I can attack kind of with impunity here. And, like, what is he going to do? Not attack me back? I wish I had a land and this Voyaging Satyr, Voyage's End. Obviously I couldn't draw both, but like, if he doesn't have a Griptide or a Voyage's End or something like that, then he cannot attack here. So that leads me to believe that if he does attack, then he's got one of those things. He did think about it for a really long time. Alright, I'm going to take it. It's a little bit awkward, but it's just a game that I don't want to be playing here. It's a really bad draw. You know what, here? Yeah, okay, I'm just going to pass the turn back. I can't win this race, obviously, and I think that if the game can go long, then I'll have a much better chance. So I'm just going to trade this thing off. I'm not even going to try and save it with Savage Surge, and we'll see what he's got for me. Baleful Eidolon. Sure. That seems like a strange one here. So I think I'm actually just going to Voyage's End this, just because I want to scry. Oh, what? Oh, okay, sorry. I thought never mind. Thought something weird happened. Okay. Again, in a pretty awkward spot. I assume that he doesn't have anything. Otherwise, he would have just attacked first. Maybe because if he had something, then he would be able to attack with the Blood Toll Harpy as well. So we're just going to go ahead and try it here. If he blows us out with something, it's not game over. Okay, so that's good. Just 1 damage here, I can take that. If he's just gonna, okay, he's just gonna play a Wave Crash Trident, and again, that's also fine. I don't know why I said again. This is a tough game, man. Maybe I should have traded last turn. Probably not, though. I'm just going to play this Nessian Cursor and pass, because again, there's no reason to try and play these tricks when I feel like my hand can just win the long game. I just need to focus on staying alive, and that means taking or not taking all this extra damage. With the Prussian Chimera and a and an Arbor Colossus, I think that I can definitely afford to make this trade. I know he's got at least a Vaporkin. Looks like a Gray Merchant here. Or Horizon Scholar, sure. So now I'm really hoping to draw this. He bottomed 2 cards. Alright. Not great for me. I could Curse of the Swine these 2. That seems pretty good. Yeah, I'll be like that color doesn't really have pump spells. It has a couple. It has those it has that Boon of Erebos, but for the most part it doesn't have pump spells. But man, just need to draw that one more land and stabilize. Viper's Kiss. Okay. So my Nessian Cursor will trade, and that does mean that he gets to attack this turn, which is something that previously would not have been able to happen. Down to 8. And here is... Damn. Alright. Still good, but not as good as drawing that forest there. Oh no. A bestow spell here could... Okay. Or that. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he just has to drop 1 land and he can do that. Let's try and come up with a way that we win this game. It's reliant on him not playing the next land, I believe. Or we could... Yeah, actually, no, that's not true. We could just pass the turn right back. And then, if he monstresses this, we can Grip Tide it in response. We can draw a billion card, or we can gain a lot of value. He doesn't play land yet. He's still got 5, 6, 7. Hopefully he draws the land, I think. We already played our Voyage then, so we have no other way to deal with that, but it'll be a couple of turns. And by then, hopefully we can kill him. I'm not sure. If we can give this flying, we can get some value out of that. I think, does Bestow work on other creatures? I don't know. Wow. That works too. I was hoping he would pull a big attack there, but that works too. I guess he thought he was just playing around. Oh, sweet, we get to scry. I think I don't want this, strangely enough. I want a forest at this point. I was waiting for him to attack. Could have been really good for me. Alright. It's time to strike. Arbor Colossus is a good one here. It's going to be a rough game to win still. Alright, so if he doesn't block, then he loses. But he can just attack me back with that. That's fine. Alright, so if he draws... Well, actually not necessarily. We can Savage Surge something. I was about to say if he attacks back, then if he draws the land, then we lose, but we can untap something. That was weird. I don't really know what's happening in this game. Okay, that happens. So now, man, this is still too small even after a Savage Surge. It's only an 8. So now I can cast this thing and still leave up Savage Surge. It's too bad that I have no ways to deal with that thing left in my deck. I hope he attacks with the Vaporkin. Kind of gives me an out in like Leaf Crown Dryad. Because I can untap this and then play the Leaf Crown Dryad and kill him. But for now, I can just keep chump blocking that thing. I have a few more turns left in me. Unless he's got another flyer, which is pretty likely here. Oh, Gray Merchant. So, okay, so that's pretty good. He's no longer within death range. There's an Agent of Horizons. I may be dead here. I'm not sure. Man, if he didn't know I had this Savage Surge, I think I would have won a long time ago. Before he got this Shipbreaker cracking out. But, like, I don't know, my opponent hasn't played better cards than... I guess I was stuck on lands for too long at the beginning. Really? That's the attack you're gonna make? Alright, so what can I reasonably draw to win this game? Let's go back to our deck editor and take a look. Load the deck that we just created. Beautiful, beautiful deck. And see if we have any outs here. Polukranos does not get there. We played this. We can draw like lands and then Boon Satyr, maybe? Another Nimbus Naiad? What happens? No, another Nimbus Naiad would give us the ability to take him to 1. Alright. Not that. I think we're gonna Savage Surge this now. Does Leaf Crown Dryad help? Not really. But I don't think anything helps at this point. Alright, so then we block there. We block there. There's a Horizon Chimera. So, I mean, if I attack with this, then it goes away again. So at this point, we just keep chump blocking. I don't think I have another way to untap my creature. It's better to chump block. Yeah, it's better to chump block with this one and then play the Horizon Chimera at end step, because this thing can actually attack and stuff. Sure, that's a good one. Vaporkin of my own. Oh, I can kill the Vaporkin. This thing. Okie dokie. And soon I'll be able to play 2 creatures in one turn? and a cutthroat maneuver. Alright, so we're dead. So you can tap down my guy, and we're finally dead. But we hung on there a lot longer than we should have. So, Gainsay is obviously coming in. It's very good in this matchup. Warrior's Lesson seems fine, but not great. What else doesn't seem great? Battlemaster doesn't seem insane, but non-terrible for sure. Fate Foretold and Aqueous Form, neither of them seem great. Hopeline Unicorn, Prowler's Helm, bunch of stuff that we don't really need. I think we just need to draw our lands on time, and I don't think we would have had much trouble with that game. We definitely could have killed him before turn 8. He didn't do anything that we couldn't deal with. It was just that we had to deal with all of his little things because we didn't draw the right mix of lands and spells. But this game looks like we're okay. As long as we draw another forest, then it's going to be hard for him to beat us. Okay, so we have a good 3-drop. Do we want to start putting the pressure on, or do we want to save the bestow? I think we want to start putting the pressure on early. Leaf Crown Dryad, I think, is just so good because it's really, really good on both sides. Same thing with Nimbus Naiad, obviously, but its secondary ability isn't like, oh my god, you have to cast it for the other ability. You can't possibly cast it as just a 2/2 reach. Although, with multiple Vaporkins going around on his side of the board, I think that it would be reasonable to... yeah, let's see. Hopefully he'll block this. It's a good trade for me because I have a lot of beef on the ground that I don't want to be dying. And I really want to be drawing a forest for this Polukranos next turn. Well, we still can play a Nimbus Naiad and be happy about it. And he's got no removal for that, so that's good. You could have Stymied Hopes, but no Dissolve mana open. You wouldn't think that I'm playing 18 lands in this deck, but I am. So he left Farika's Cure up, curiously enough. I think it's still just a pretty easy attack with both kind of situation. Is he trying to like bait out something or whatever? I don't know, but I'm just gonna... not going to play any games. I'm just going to drop a Polukranos here, and, like, what are you going to do about this, man? How are you going to beat this card? Bestowing onto this, right? No, that's not as good. Getting a couple more damage this turn, but playing a Battlemaster diversifies our threats so he can't grip tide us or anything, and it makes it so that I have multiple lethal sources next turn. Lash of the Whip, sure. It's not a terrible start for him. Like, if he has a Sip of Hemlock here, no. Okay, so I can just Voyage's End that. I already showed him a Voyage's End. Don't have to show him any more cards, and I can just kill him. Whatever. Does not matter. Yeah. Okay. Moving on to game 3. That's like I even got stuck on lands, and that still happened. Maybe I do want to just bring in this Unicorn, knowing how important it's going to be to get to my later drops. Battlemaster doesn't seem like something that I really need, even though Unicorn into Battlemaster is one of the things that I kind of want to do. Actually, post seeing that he had a Lash of the Whip and assuming that he's got a Voyage's End or a Griptide somewhere in there, I think I'll take out the Savage Surge. Alright, so this is pretty good for me. I've got 3 lands. I have a Unicorn, which I can definitely play on 3 and be happy about it. I have myself a Vaporkin and a Boon Satyr. This is definitely looking good. I don't have double green for it, but I do have the Unicorn, so I do have double green. He could, like, out-aggro me, I guess. Maybe. I do have a Horizon Chimera, which is not as good because of the Vaporkin. Okay, he had a Viper's Kiss for that. That's good for him. Gonna play this Agent of Horizons. I don't need... Oh my god, sure. Whatever, man. Like, that's not even that bad for me. Because I was just about to say that I have so much going on in this hand that I don't really need all my cards. I think I'm probably still gonna play the Unicorn next turn. Though the best chance that I have for losing this game is him out aggroing me. I bet he's gonna take the Boon Sitter. So I can still play Agent next turn. Yeah, Boon Sitter makes the most sense. Okay, that was a good draw. I want to play the Chimera next turn. Though, to be honest, against Vaporkin, it doesn't seem that great. I could, like, bounce his Vaporkin a bunch, but still. Alright, that's a good one. I'm just going to play this Agent of Horizons out. Alright, and I'm not going to attack with the Unicorn. I probably should have left blue open, but it doesn't really matter. He can hit me down to 14 here, but still not much that I have to worry about. Disciple of Phoenix. I don't really want him to take... Oh, in response, I can Voyages End it? Is that something that I care about doing? I think so. Don't need that. Makes him waste another turn. I can start the beat train. I don't know what card's on the top of my library, so I don't necessarily want to flash this in before I draw, but I think I will anyway. Sure, alright, so we got the Agent of Horizons. So we're going to lose the other Griptide, but that's not a big deal. And it's like he can't just play Disciple out next turn without and like attack. Like, that's just not a winning strategy for him. So he either has to make a different play or just like start losing. Obviously he's going to take the Griptide. But I think that was maybe it was a bad play using the Voyage's End for some tempo there. So he is going to attack me with the Vaporkin. That is definitely a surprise. Alright, so here we're just going to charge in with the Agent and the Chimera, and we're definitely getting ahead. I wonder, like, what could he have here for 2 mana? Could have a Boon of Erebos. A Triton Tactics. Oh, shit. Do I want to give this unblockable is the question. That was really good for him. Why did I not see that one? Okay, so if I make this unblockable... No, it doesn't make any sense. I'd rather just play Battlemaster out. That was so good. Why did I not see that coming? Damn it. So now he gets to eat my Horizon Chimera. I knew it didn't make any sense for him to do that. That was like the best value you... Okay, he didn't actually trigger Heroic on anything, but it was close to the best value you can hope for on one of those things. But either way, we do get a Battlemaster out here, and if we draw one of our 3 Nimbus Naiads, then we're looking pretty here. Biden of Thassa. Okay. It's very good. This thing doesn't untap. He gets to draw. There's a land. Yes! Alright, so play this guy out pre-combat, just in case he has Stymied Hopes. So we can kill his flyer next turn. Yeah, I was going to attack anyway. I guess that makes sense for him to tap my Unicorn, sort of. That was a really good draw. Okay, what do you have, sir? This looks like a Shipbreaker Kraken again. Yeah. Okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's bad. That is very bad. So he's going to chump block there. Block there, and then only take 4. How do I not lose this game to Shipbreaker Kraken? A Pelucranos. This should be easier. I took my Savage Surge out, which in hindsight seems pretty silly. So obviously this thing's attacking, but it's just going to get blocked there. And then anything else that attacks is just going to die to the Shipbreaker Kraken. I think I'm just dead here. Unless he makes a bad block and blocks the Kraken on the Pelucranos. Oh my god. Did this just happen? Does he have a Voyage's End? Did that really just happen? What did he just do? I guess I just shouldn't have attacked with that. I mean, I know they trade, but... I mean, I guess he could just have a Voyage's End. Jesus. Okay. No complaints here. I don't know what just happened, but I am not upset about it. Definitely should not have attacked with the Unicorn. May still lose, but it sort of looks like my opponent just punted. It's a good draw. That's a good draw. So if I put this here, then he loses. Unless he has something, in which case I still don't lose. My opponent really 4, 5, 6. Oh wait, did he play an island last turn? He did. So he might not have had the. He might not have had the 8th land. So that was actually not necessarily a punt, but let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, that was 9. Yeah, that's real bad. All right, so we got a win that we shouldn't have there. To push us past the first round. Kind of feel bad about that one, but I mean, could he just have not have seen it, or what? I mean, he obviously saw that I could monstrous it, but the question is why he didn't just chump block with the 1/3. And I guess he just didn't see the fact that he could chump block. Maybe he thought he was dead if he. Maybe he thought Pelucranos had trample, and then I could have dealt 2 damage to it, and then that would have hit him. Yeah, that would have killed him if he thought it had trample, but that creature does not have trample. See? No trample. Even when you monstrous it, no trample. It's a confusing one, but alright, I'll be back for the next round. That was a really long video. Bye.